but can they keep up that performance? Said, hey, we understand what's going on around the lobby. We just got to make some things happen. They have 2 early eliminations. That comes with Storm Surge itself, and they're continuing to rotate through so many other teams' loop paths and pathways.
There's also just so much confidence behind Reet and just teaming with a player that has so much faith in themselves.
You can see it in the feed. A couple of these guys kind of putting it all into the test as Cooper lands a great shot on the Valor. You see him dropping him down, trying to finish the fight. 1v3 situation, and he is just hitting haymaker after haymaker as he gets another knock in this situation. 319 above.
Trying to clutch things up, but Cooper is still going to have to essentially play his life here. There are too many players that are going to prevent him from finding that breath of relief. 42 below even inside of that damage threshold
And
for
it's
certain.
almost no loss because they were able to pick up a huge elimination as Malabuka getting a knock onto Nam, but we're going to jump on board Cooper, Reet, and Curly. They were the ones kind of admitting, hey, for us to get Storm Surge, for us to get that damage, it's going to be a challenge. But now you can see what's landing right next to him. A huge drop, a huge upgrade. And that's something a team like this
Taking Rangers ruin for themselves.
See if that one continues to play out. We'll take a close eye on that one. But this one, Dystopia City, where we thought it was a triple contested fight. Cold, Ritual, and Peterbot go back to something they did early on in game 1. This could be a big make or break moment for his entire Fortnite career. As Reet, Cooper, Curly, same position we saw them in that last game. Just at the edge of the zone. They're just trying to get as much Storm Surge as possible. Not sure pacing of the game that we're seeing in game number 3 here. Instead of the all-out aggression, it looks like they're kind of playing more to what a lot of teams have practiced, which is Storm Surge bases.
Yeah, but Cooper finding that first knock. There's somebody lurking, whether they know that it's Peterbot, Cold, and Ritual directly.
Cooper, Reet, and Curly try to rotate on out. But now they're running in. Is still alive. Even though they do lose one, they have a numbers advantage. They can play for the revive. And I think Reet pressure underneath, break it through the wall. The beast control does not go over. They do a quick peek. Both teams kind of missing those shots though. Reet has to be able to
infiltrating that Rangers ruin third-party action. And it's caused such a dominoes effect across the map. Pablo and Chino aren't able to just conveniently take their third-party options and all those surprise pop-up performances, finding those eliminations, intercepting teams on their loop path rotates.
I like this play me out. Curly, Reet, and Cooper, they haven't had the best luck finding teams to trade shots off with the distance, and now they have to do something different, go box to box, play a little bit more aggressive. Curly's doing just that. Force it sawed out, but they trade shots. Luckily for him, his teammates are there to save the day. Curly gets the elimination. Siphon is what he needed most in that moment, and now they get the loot. You see the extra splashes and that full loadout that they're kind of able to change things in and out. And it's a confidence boost for a team that honestly, listening to them talk yesterday, they didn't think they had their able to clean up that one elimination, the extra loot, but most importantly, the Storm Surge that they're able to get. And since they're their team on
Reet, Curly, and Cooper certainly have a little bit more priority, provide a little bit of relief towards Epic Well. They just don't have a whole lot to work with in comparison to Curly, who's just trying to charge, see if he can run Epic down, but Reet now taking the forefront positioning. Reet instead.
Definitely a possibility there in first. They don't have to change up anything because nobody even looked up yesterday. But Cooper and Curly find themselves in a peculiar situation. 2v3 versus the NA West champs, Baka Pars and Pump. That's going to give the luxury to stay a little bit longer, but a massive haymaker onto Pars. That's going to slow things down just a little bit and continue to build the confidence for Cooper and Curly.
Cooper and Curly are really having their mettle tested this weekend. It's so unfortunate. Powerful duo that can definitely pop off with a strong performance here. One singular clutch could be all the momentum shift that they need. Cooper has been here early, but instead it's been 180.
They're almost 500 damage below the threshold. Shields crack if it does come down to it, but they're just kind of hunkered down below, biding their time as much as possible. Time that they may not necessarily have to get eliminations, especially now that a whole nother duo starts to make their way in. That's Tay-Tay and his teammate, but up goes Cooper without no HP. That's one less chance, but Storm Surge activates, making it just a little bit easier as Cooper and Curly have to go, and they have to go now. It's a 2-tick. They're on the clock. If a Cooper does it, he dunks on him from above to get the siphon.
But the same can't be said for Curly. He has no siphon to profit off of just yet. Now Adapter has fallen. again. Cooper and Curly just continuing
Up
to
HP, looking for survival. The launch pad comes out, so they have to abandon ship. Cooper sees it into the sky. This is his only chance. They cannot let him survive because they need the points. They need the surge, and they're going to grab it all.
Curly and Cooper, just the perfect tag team to nail those players. The moment that they try to escape, third parties are just so vicious, and it's crazy to think, Jacob, at how much action is. He has to make his way forward, and he's gonna have to crash directly into Reet, Cooper, and Curly. But the moment they head down, they're taken out by Peterbot.
His show. He said, no, you will not pass me. You will not take my money. As Cooper and Curly are